microphone work on that?
Well, hold on a second.
Hello everyone, welcome to Smugglers Run, Episode 3. Before we get started, we do have a few announcements. Due to unforeseen circumstances, Adam won't be joining us tonight, but he'll be back next week. So there's that. We still have a few other things going on. Gregory?
Audio effects and music for today's game is brought to you by www.sirenscape.com. Music and sound effects to make your RPG game even more epic.
And of course, it's not hooked up to the mixer yet, but next week we'll have that so you guys can hear it. It'll definitely be added to the podcast as we start editing those.
Contest! We will be giving away not one, but 2 copies of Star Wars Destiny once we reach 50 followers. Here's how it works. Step 1. Recommend a friend to our Twitch channel. Friend follows our channel. Then you confirm your friend's Twitch handle in our channel during the live games on Sundays. We draw names when we hit 50 followers and in current or following live stream. If we draw your name, you and your friend both win a copy of this game.
That's right. So if you refer a friend and they follow our channel and you follow our channel, and then we draw either one of your names, once we hit 50 followers, make sure you confirm in our chat channel that your friend is following so we know where to send both copies. We'll contact you after we draw.
And of course, you can support us on Patreon at www.patreon.com/geekunleashed. There are many different tiers with behind-the-scenes content, including photos, access to our Discord servers, and much, much more.
All right. And I will be playing Charwayne as NPC this evening, just to keep the story going. So, without further ado, it's time for Smugglers Run. Okay, so last we left off, the crew returned to Vadra Rembala empty-handed. Captain Senna took it upon herself to say, "Hey, we'll take care of your enemies for you." And she told her to bring back the head of a Cathar named Malice. The crew goes to Dantu Town to locate her, the aid of an info chant and Charwayne's mother Hope, lured out Ara and confronted Senna and the crew, told Senna whereabouts of her father and why she was wrapped up with Vadra, and then was assassinated. And Charwayne's mom suggested, after the mystery of a symbol, inspired Hope Jajig, Charwayne's mom, to tell the crew to fill the body around the whatever with explosives to take out Vadra Rembala once and for all. And that's where we left off. We'll say the short time. Hope did give you the coordinates to find Ara's mate, on Cathar in the village of Raza. And we'll pick it up on the ship, the Devil's Gambit.
So are we really loading this body with explosives, or are we going to go ask her husband first? Or me?
Well, the problem with loading her with explosives is I don't. I think that it's a good idea, but we cannot have scars. I don't want signs that the body has been tampered with.
Wouldn't that be under the clothing we put her in?
Yes, but if they were to check.
Well, by the time they check. Check. Boom.
Yes, but what if they check and we're right there?
That's going to be bad.
So we need plan.
I say we go talk to her husband first.
Yes, yes, we are
Kate
going
first.
We are going to talk to our husband first.
Okay. Yeah, because I'm with you. I don't want to dodge my own explosive.
Yes, that would be messy.
Setup has an idea.
Bomb suits? That would be too obvious.
Well, we were only told to bring her head, and the craniums of carbon-based life forms are not as hard as a droid's head, but fairly tough. It might be possible to conceal something, a small but potent explosive in that, and probably a good bet they won't bother to scan, just a small thing like a head.
Yes, but the problem is still getting a explosive of enough force inside without leaving scarring or some sort of sign.
I'll start researching that, Captain.
Maybe look into liquid explosives. It may be easier to take out blood and put something else in
Yeah,
as a trigger.
that sounds logical. You all are a little bit more adept at the destructive aspects of things. I tend to fix stuff and patch you all back together, but I can try to augment my medical files to figure out a way to conceal whatever we come up with explosive-wise. So I'll get right on that, Captain. And then setup goes back to its engines.
Okay.
Works on them instead.
Okay.
I don't know. I think we should include her husband.
Yes, we are still going to go talk to her husband first. Cathar's on the way.
Okay.
Setup actually isn't present for that conversation, so has nothing yet. Sorry, never mind.
Okay. All right, so you guys head to Cathar. It is on the way back.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Has anyone been to Cathar before?
Probably not.
Setup does not recall that. However, Setup may have information on Cathar in its memory banks. So a outer rim roll might be in
Sure.
order. What difficulty shall we assign to this?
Because that your data banks are wiped, I would say 3 difficulty. Boba Pet agrees.
Wow, that's so we're looking at those offset. We are looking at a net failure and I interpreted that as set up in searches. It's because it's got 2 successes. I'll set those things. So setup probably has some index entries for Cathar in its memory banks, but the data in them has been corrupted and is inaccessible. Sorry, Captain. Setup will go on. Setup just said that to the captain via intercom.
Senna, you do have some ceremonial garb that was
Yes.
given you by Hope.
Mm-hmm.
It's clothing wrapped tightly in a bundle. It's got a necklace on top, and it also has a letter tucked into it.
Yes, I put it safely in my cabin.
Okay. I can't find the right one here. All right, doesn't matter.
The necklace is shiny.
All right, so you arrive at Cathar.
Steal it.
As you enter atmosphere, you do notice that there are a lot of savannas and rough uplands.
Mm-hmm.
You do come to a clearing savanna. There's a very large tree, or set of trees, and this is where coordinations are leading you to.
I will find a reasonably safe space to land the ship.
Do you do it like at a far enough distance where it's awkward for people to walk there, like in Road 1?
Yes, we're going to park a mile away and walk to the tree village because we need to get our Fitbit steps in.
All right.
No, we're gonna park as close as we can. That's convenient
Oh,
and
We
can
want
do
the
that.
leaves to shake.
Setup reads some of that out on reads the destination coordinates out on a monitor in engineering, and connects up a cable to the power pack in its legs directly from the engines. Kind of recharges those a little bit, so it's ready to go.
Okay. The door opens
Mm-hmm.
when you land.
Mm-hmm.
And as you walk out, you see about 20 villagers coming at you, all Cathar, different color of fur and patterns.
Mm-hmm.
What do you do?
I'm leaving. I'm gonna have make sure to have the bundle of the ceremonial stuff with me.
Setup will be in its traditional spot, 1 pace behind, 1 pace to the right.
I'm going to approach them calmly and be like, we bring news for Kahar. Is Kahar among you? Is he in the village?
As you say this, the crowd kind of parts in the middle, and an older gentleman, Cathar, comes out.
Mm-hmm.
He's got kind of graying fur.
Mm-hmm.
He's walking on a cane.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, I am Kahar.
What
What news do you bring?
I bring unfortunate tidings about Audria. Your mate? Yes?
At this time, a little girl comes up
Mm-hmm.
next to him. She's about hip height, gray markings, just like her mom.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, no, go. And he put another female comes up. He says, Rushani, please take her. And this woman comes in and kind of takes her off to the side.
Mm-hmm.
What news? He says to you.
She was a very noble. She meant an unfortunate and I'm going to hand out the ceremonial garb to him.
And you see his heart sink.
Setup
Visibly.
Setup's going to attempt a charm roll to try to speak the appropriate words to cushion the blow somewhat.
Okay.
Setup is going to say, she met her end with honor. She died a hero. She, her passing, while unfortunate, ensure the survival of several others.
Make a charm roll.
And she will be remembered. That's what setup says.
You don't remember the language though, so it's
So
the
instead of
difficulty.
saying it in common or whatever. No.
Well, you said you were finding the right language, so
Well, the right words to say. The right. Setups a protocol droid, so they're supposed to know the right rituals. So, what's the difficulty?
2, and I'll flip a point to make one red.
Sure.
The flipping begins.
Ray came up. Well, that's interesting. We have a success and a net, and a success and an advantage. So, setup's rusty memory banks come through for it this time, and it manages to. Okay, so please don't ask me to roleplay this out. But setup will also dredge up in its memory banks some Cathar poetry, a line.
No, that you're going to have to roll for. If it's Cathar poetry, you don't know much about this planet,
Okay.
and that's going to be high difficulty.
All right. Well, in that case, setup will just recognize, does its job as a protocol droid, says the appropriate comforting words to try to make it feel better.
He walks towards, because you're holding out
Mhm.
the bundle.
Mhm.
You hear some muttering between the crowd, like and gasping, and you hear some sobs. But he takes his paws over your hands and kind of pulls it towards, and
Mhm.
he's like, "Does your droid always speak for you?"
My droid always speaks for.
He just always speaks.
Yeah. my droid likes the sound of his own voice. Well, no, he does not speak for me, but I do extend my sympathies for your loss.
He's kind of rubbing over the necklace,
Mm.
kind of in memory. He kind of nods, looks back over his shoulder and nods, and some of the crowd disperses and goes back to the village, except for a few male Cathar
Mm.
who look able warriors. Where's her body?
It is in my ship.
I would like to see her.
Yes, please come on board.
He's followed by the four warriors
Mhm.
on board. Now she's wrapped up still,
Mm.
so he kind of undoes some of the cloth and sees her face. He's fighting back tears and says, "We must honor her death and her life. My men will take the body back to the village."
Perhaps we can talk alone. I promise no harm will come to you.
It is in our culture.
I understand it isn't your culture. But she died with a wish.
Did she tell you these words?
We should talk alone. Without your warriors. But I promise, no harm shall come to you.
This is most unorthodox.
I am aware.
Come, let's talk. My men stays with her body.
Yes. As long as you will agree not to remove it until we talk.
Your compatriots may join us.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So you leave the ship.
Yeah.
Or is anyone staying behind or anyone going with?
I'll go with. I don't need to stay behind. These men aren't going to hurt our ship.
They're very tribal looking, and
Mhm.
you don't see a lot of any ships around.
Mhm.
You don't think they will want to take it or anything.
Yeah.
They have different garb. I mean, they have like very different styles. I mean, they were all wearing like bone necklaces and like. It looks very tribal warriors ish. They're not carrying pistols or rifles, but they have spears and knives.
Captain, perhaps Charwing could stay behind on the ship just to keep an eye on it.
Yeah.
I can do that, Captain.
Go ahead. You stay.
Okay. So Charwayne stays. Kahar walks you, and as you walk out, you can see Rashani with the little girl, and they kind of linger a little, but then go follow the rest of them back to the tree. And as you approach the tree, it's very large, and you can tell that they're going up into the tree, and it's kind of a village inside of it. But as you approach the tree, you can see there are carvings all around the truck,
Mm-hmm.
depicting different tales throughout time. And then he kind of just says, there is a tradition with Katha. Our warriors individually engage in combats against entire nests of Kiltics in order to gain honor and purge inner darkness. And he shows you some of the warriors fighting these large beetle-looking things, like more than one at once. And we honor these warriors by carving their tails. And he shows you one specifically, and it looks like it's very crude. They look like warriors, but they're like all white, and it looks very abstract, but they look like stormtroopers.
Mm-hmm.
If you can bend your mind to make it, it's like their interpretation. And then you see a male and female, and then two kids, two smaller ones next to it, and one is following it. One is like laying on the ground with the female like over her mourning. And he says, 5 years ago, the Empire came, and we fought and fought, and poor Tomac was shot dead, and I was shot and left for dead. Aura decided to take upon herself a crusade. I stayed behind for Jira. But Aura wanted to do what was right for Tomac. But we have, in order to honor that, the ancestors must smile upon her, and we must have a funeral.
What exactly is the funeral and your custom detailed?
At night, the stars open in the sky, our ancestors, to smile down upon her honor. And then we celebrate and we light her body on a pyre, so her soul can reunite with her ancestors and to Tomac.
She. The.
Can set up ask him a question? Would that be all right? Sure. Setup says, "Sir, I'm curious. Your people are great warriors. You fight tremendous battles. Perhaps it might transpire that a warrior is wounded so grievously that not all of the body is recovered. An arm might be missing, a leg might be missing. Surely a loss of this kind gained in honor does not prevent the ancestors from smiling down upon your fallen one.
I am confused.
If the body is not complete,
She was intact. What are you suggesting?
I'm just curious. I'm just curious as to whether, again, your mighty warriors, the battles depicted here are impressive. It must happen that, again, a warrior is felled, perhaps at the cost of a limb, or something. But a death gained in such honor, surely your ancestors would not frown upon the soul of such a person if their body were not intact. Just curious.
Are you suggesting you cut off a limb? He's getting kind of angry.
No, I like my limbs where they are. They're good. They're good.
What were you going to say?
I was like, I'm curious and interested as to the nature of your rights. As a protocol droid, it is my function to learn as much about the cultures of all people as possible. I did not mean to cause offense. I thought I was just asking a simple question. If the question is offensive, consider it withdrawn.
It was the intent of the question.
As I said, I am supplementing my files on the cultural lore of your great people.
What were you going to say? You were saying something earlier.
Hmm. While Audriel was dying, I was there. And we believe we know who is responsible. She wants us. She would like us to use her body to end this person, to save other lives. She wishes to sacrifice herself more for those who may also be hurt like she was.
By doing what? Has she not sacrificed enough?
She has. But she was afraid of this person that ordered this to happen to her. She's afraid if they are not stopped, that they could hurt others, including your people. She wishes to us to use her body as a trap to end this person.
I'd set up will add for what I see of your mighty warrior culture, for a warrior to gain revenge on the person responsible for its death from beyond the grave seems like an incredible act that would bring tremendous honor. To say nothing of not only gaining revenge, but to ending a threat to the tribe.
Revenge and honor don't often collide.
but protection does.
What do you know of this threat? Are you certain this trap will spring her or cause destruction to others?
We have high hopes. Nothing is ever 100% certain. So do you understand that?
It is not for me to decide. It's for the elders. So come, bring her body in. We will have this celebration.
Mm.
Stay and feast. Enjoy the ceremonies. Your droid may like the information.
Honored.
Yes, sir.
Come. So he leads you in to the village. Do you tell Charwayne?
Yeah.
We tell him.
To have the warriors bring her body out.
Okay. So they'll bring her body in. When you already enter like the main area inside the tree, there's like a big courtyard, and they already have like a pyre built, and they'll just place her on top of it and unravel so everybody can see her. You can see the sky from where you are. It's like a big opening. And there's dancers that come out. They have kind of primal like instruments, like drums and stuff that they're playing. There's a group of elders. Carr sits down on a log. He like offers you guys seats. Jira sits down next to him, and Rashani kind of looks worried. You get a read on her that she's kind of flirty with Carr, but he doesn't accept it. But she's trying to like win his heart through helping Jira.
Wrong time, lady. Wrong time.
Well, it's not like it's forced. It's like you can just get a sense that she's trying to be there for him. But in a way that you can see there's some sort of attraction there from her. There are elders that come out. There are 8 of them. 3 male and 4 female. And they stand facing you like another side of the pyre. Carr goes, so what is the plan? Exactly.
Oh, me now?
No, whoever.
The person who wanted her dead wants her head. So, in delivering the body, we can somehow plant the explosives among it. So that when the body is received, the explosion takes the person out.
And you just leave the body, hoping all goes well, and boom.
Whether it's in the body itself or whether the body's carried in, but we would be close enough to detonate it.
Perhaps we could put a tracker on, so we know that when she's back on her ship. We blow it up when it's on a ship, so we take the ship.
I seen ships fly on their own. How certain would you be that she would be on it?
She would receive the body face to face.
Yes.
One of us would certainly have to deliver it.
She will want to see her with her own eyes.
And what did those casualties? Are you ready for that?
I'm hoping for it. Oh, you meant
I
She
think
has
he meant
sure.
us, man.
Well,
Oh, innocence.
is
there are no innocents. in this
Vadra
game.
is not the kind to want to meet someplace where there will be eyes looking upon her dealings. But if we have to go down with Vadra to protect other people, we will.
We're gonna have to fight her one time or another.
Roll charm.
Damn it. Okay.
2 difficulty.
You have these.
It doesn't want to stay flipped over.
Dude.
You're nice.
2 successes.
So this Vadra
Mm-hmm.
is her name, right?
Mm-hmm. She has bad news. She is looking to unleash a deadly virus upon the galaxy. Many would die.
You can tell he's mulling it over. It's probably the hardest decision he's ever had to make.
She herself suggested this plan, didn't she? When she was dying.
No.
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 This came. Okay.
No, that came from the rage of an angry mother.
Yep. Okay.
Not her mom.
Okay. Okay. Got it.
She would have a hard time suggesting anything after she got shot in the head.
Yeah.
That's a good point.
Except for the fact that 6 is on Florum.
Well,
Setup's not that good at deception.
It's okay, I am.
that's why we have the captain. To lie wards.
I will go speak to the elders and see what they have to say. So he gets up and gets his cane. Rushani seems to want to stand up with him,
Mm-hmm.
and he just kind of holds a hand out, and she
Mhm.
just sits back down.
And Rashani's the older one.
Yes. Jira is playing around dancing.
Mm-hmm.
And Jira understands that by now what the situation is.
Yeah. Rushani's probably told her.
Setup would like to go over and speak comforting words to the child as well.
Okay. As you approach, there's some guard up. They look a little stressed. Jira, being as young as she is, says, "Metal Man!"
Tiger Girl.
"Dance with me, Metal Man."
Hold on.
Do the robot.
I totally was going to do the robot. So, sure. Whatever you say, dear child. And I will Setup will step into the, I don't know, is it a ring? Is it a, Setup will approach her and...
There's a large ring. In the center is the pyre and the body. But it's not high. It's
Yeah.
kind of low. So you can see over it, the other people.
Setup will join her in her dance.
Okay.
However that's...
They're dancing around the pyre.
Around the fire.
Yeah.
Okay. Setup will go and Setup will bow to the child and just kind of
Okay.
shall we begin?
You guys dance.
Can I consider that a charm roll to see
Sure.
if I do this
Sure.
at all well? Although I guess actually that's based on presence and agility should probably be which is not.
Are you trying to roll on dancing?
Yeah.
Then that would be coordination.
Coordination, yeah, there you go. Sure. How difficult is this dance?
It's very leggy and bouncing around. So I would say 3 difficulty, since you have joint issues.
That's true.
Clank, 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 clank.
I'm probably a little more spry than your average
Okay.
radio unit, but that doesn't mean very spry at all. All right, let's see how setup does. So this is interesting. We're setup gets a success and 2 threats.
Okay. Would you accept falling on your bottom for a laugh from her to make her at ease?
Absolutely.
Okay. And she giggles, "Oh, silly metal man." And she helps you back up.
And I meant to do that. I totally meant to do that. I look over at the crew and say, I totally meant to do that.
Yep.
And this time, some people brought some plates over. They're made of clay. And Rushani passes them over to both of you two.
Oh, I'm totally gonna eat this.
It's meat of some sort. You don't really know what it is.
I'll eat it anyway.
Rushani's not really eating. She's kind of looking worrisome across at Kahar.
I'll eat it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I've probably eaten worse.
And the child's name is Jira, did you say?
Jira. Jirah.
I don't have Shirley. I drink space whiskey with.
Nope.
Drink whiskey. He's there.
He's on the ship.
He's on the
He
ship.
came out with
Oh, he
us.
came out with them. Yeah, he's there.
Okay.
Are you guys really considering doing what my mom said? It's kind of dark. And he gives you whiskey.
The times are dark.
I guess.
Is it darker to do this? Or to let Vadra live and wreak havoc?
We can kill her other ways.
We did another plan.
And at least 10 more of us.
Yes. I'd say we
And
take.
setup calls over. In a ship with more armor.
We have more armor now.
More than that.
More ships.
We need 4 ships.
More ships with more armor.
I don't think that we could bother our warriors, but I don't think that they'd be good. Not against this threat.
No. I feel like we'd just be leading them to get killed.
You guys are sitting there eating,
Mm-hmm.
and let me pick one. This one. An older feline, Cathar, kind of has a hard time standing up.
Mm-hmm.
She's kind of hunched over.
Is she near us?
No, she's across the way. She's
Okay.
where Kahar is.
She's one of the ancients.
The elders.
Yeah, the elders.
And she shakes her staff,
Mm-hmm.
and the music just stops completely, and dancing stops. And everybody looks towards her.
It's set up in a comical pose when
Yes.
the dancing stops.
It has come to us that there is one last task for Ara to accomplish before meeting her ancestors. It is one of honor. And if it does protect the galaxy and Cathar from a greater threat, then we do agree.
Thank you.
But please, with caution.
Mm-hmm. We will do our best to make sure that this works.
She does say to wait until the ceremony's over.
Mm-hmm. We will respect your traditions, Deadwood, yes.
And the
Besides, I'm having a great time.
Jira looks up to you and goes, "What's happening to Mommy?"
She's going on one last trip.
Setup will say she's going to punish the people who did this to her,
Will
and
help.
we will help.
Will she be back?
We'll see.
Okay.
Breaking a girl's heart. Eh.
Roll deception with 1 difficulty.
Me?
Yeah.
It's a lie to a child.
Okay. I said we'll see.
It's the first time my captain's turned me on.
Captain, I'm detecting some odd thermal readings for.
I have a success and 3 advantages.
Okay. She believes you, but she feels really sad, and she runs over to her mother and throws her arm over her.
Mm.
Then the music starts playing again.
Yeah.
I will go over to her. I will put my hand on her.
Yeah, and Setup will follow because Setup feels kind of
Shitty.
I'm sorry.
Shitty?
No, but I mean, we shared a moment. Setup has a relationship with this child and does not enjoy seeing. Setup has something to say to him.
Well, before Sub gets there, you put your hand on hers.
Shoulder. I say, I know it is hard losing a mother so young. I lost my mother young too. But I promise, she was very strong and brave. And I know that you will grow up to be just as strong as brave as her. She will be very proud of you. I'm sure your mother loved you very much.
Then Sub arrives.
Setup will say, Jira, I promise we will return and tell you stories of how your mother punished the bad guys. And if we don't return, then it's because we were helping your mother.
It's all overwhelming for her, so she's just breaking down crying right now.
Great weaker.
Rubber band.
Victory.
It's okay, little girl. It's okay.
Charlene's like, "Did she want some whiskey?"
No, don't fucking the child whiskey. What's wrong with you, Charlene?
The drinking age on our ship is 5.
Actually, the drinking age on the ship probably is 5. Go ahead and give her some whiskey.
So anyway, as the night progresses, you see some Cathar when the night sky approaches. The stars are really bright and big, and they seem to be brighter. They react to it where it's not always probably bright, but tonight the stars are a little brighter and flickering. And so when that happens, a few of them kind of like families get together, drop to the knees, and start talking to their ancestors.
I will back off and sit down and try to give them their moment of. I'll be quiet.
Okay.
Eat some more
I'll
food.
be uncomfortable. Voodoo.
Setup will listen respectfully.
Okay.
I was excited about the giant beetle stories.
The music does eventually die down, and the crowd kind of disperses. The elders are still there. with Kahar and Jira and I can't remember her name, Rashani. You hear Jira kind of goes away, and Rashani and Kahar are having a discussion. Those close enough can hear. Rashani's like, "I'm here for you. For any way you need. I know we have a life pact, and you've already mated. But please consider." And he's, with honor, is like, I cannot. Aura was mine and will forever be mine.
Let's take her. She can be our busboy.
She can be our bus boy. She can be our bit of tail.
Setup is not changing the litter box.
That is an insult to all the Cathar on this planet. They don't use litter boxes.
There is another Cathar sitting close to you, who's also watching over this interaction. And poor Rashani. That is our way of our people. We mate for life. When that mate dies, we do not find another.
I have nothing encouraging to say to her. I am the wrong person to talk. Coerce her to like someone else. Like this boy instead!
Do you?
No, I can't do that.
Be like, Rashani, there are more catfish from the sea. Just kidding.
Setup will say, in response to this Cathar gentleman, there are many ways on many worlds. And so I may need to make a roll on this, because what Setup would like to do is sound understanding, right? There are many ways on many worlds, right? Hey, you do you. But Setup wants to kind of plant a seed, because the other way of interpreting that is there are other ways. So,
Okay.
I mean, I could just say that and it gets said and nothing happens, but
Is your intent to nudge?
yes, my intent is to nudge but not be obvious about it. My intent is to seem, to say something that at first seems like just kind of like, oh yeah, different strokes for different folk kind of thing. But if he ponders it, he may realize that there are other ways. That what Setup said has a deeper meaning.
I'm trying to say, or who you're saying this to?
I'm saying it to the Cathar guy who commented
Oh.
that they made for life.
Sure. You can just make a charm roll.
Quick chart roll. What's my difficulty on that?
Well, just 2.
Just a nod. Insult.
We insulted him, we're in trouble.
Wow. Hang on a second. No, I didn't insult him. All right. I don't succeed, but I have 2 advantages.
Okay.
So.
Yes, many worlds have different ways. I have traveled some. But the Cathar people have honor in their blood. Have you seen the trees? The stories?
I love the trees. The trees are fantastic. So far, this has been the best world yet. As in, all of my blood is in my body, and there's pretty trees.
Setup will say, honor is all too rare a. Honor is all too rare a. See, I just can't remember nouns. Honor is all too rare characteristic, but all the more valuable because of that.
Indeed.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So,
The pirate has to be quiet.
Setup totally, and Setup pointedly
I'll
does not
pour
give
the pirate some
Casio a
whiskey.
meaningful glance when he says that.
So as everything calms down
Mm-hmm.
and the villagers go back to their homes,
Mm-hmm.
Kahar stays behind
Mm-hmm.
and approaches you with the elder that spoke earlier.
Mm-hmm.
When they approach, Kahar says, "This is Savasha Morgo,"
The elder.
and he kind of like when he introduces her, he kind of like bows a little
I will
And,
bow
like-
a little too.
and like kind of gestures toward her.
Set up also will bow.
I don't have that presence of mind.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Are you the matron?
I
It is a great honor to meet you.
I hope what you have planned will bring Ara great honor and her family. And she looks at Kahar. This breaks tradition in a most direct way, but there is honor in it. I only ask that if you will not guarantee Vadra is stopped, then you bring the body back and we can continue the funeral.
One way or another, we will stop Vadra. Vadra needs to be stopped. She wishes to bring great plague to the whole galaxy. Many would die. Worlds would die.
She understands that. She nods.
If there is a way to return the body, we will.
That would be appreciated.
Set will say, we honor and respect your customs, and we will do everything we can.
The four warriors are ready to bring her back to the ship.
Okay.
And then Savasha says, "May your ancestors watch over you."
And yours.
Set will say, may your maker always smile on you.
And Kahar looks at you and thank you for bringing her to us so we may finish her tale, her story.
We felt it was very important you got to see her one last time. I know that if it was someone so important to me, that I would wish the same.
Thank you. And then they escort he doesn't go with you, just the four warriors.
Mm-hmm.
And they put her back where she was.
In cold storage.
Well, Setup will
The
actually
feet
fall in,
locker.
Setup will actually fall in behind and kind of march a little bit, make it like a procession. So it's not just a toting dead weight, but that this is like an honor guard.
Mm-hmm. When they actually get back on the ship with her,
Mm-hmm.
two break away and take some crates
Mm-hmm.
and make a makeshift stand and
For
lay
her.
her on it.
That's fine. I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
Did he keep the clothing and
Yeah.
Yes.
everything? We gave that to him. Okay,
Mhm.
good.
Yeah. In fact, Setup will grab a tarp. We'll see what they're doing, and we'll help them. We'll grab a tarp and cover those crates so that it's more like so it looks better. It's not just random boxes, but
Mhm.
it's
And during the ceremony, he did read that letter.
Okay.
Charway noticed it was in his mom's handwriting. I forgot that part, so sorry.
Well, it wasn't my letter, so I'm not going to worry about it.
I think that once they are off, we'll close up the ship, but we'll take the night to rest.
Okay.
And we'll take off in the morning.
awesome. That means self-repair facilities eliminate a wound.
Drinking until it's numb again, because this is the most sad world I've ever been on. Even though I haven't bled yet, so I like it.
Don't worry, we have 2 more worlds to still go to.
Where to next?
I'm waiting for, I guess, send a
We
message.
need some kind of bomb expert.
We should probably find a bomb expert. I don't know a bomb
Like-
expert.
We should kind of maybe look at our resources and see. I know a medical guy, but
Well, looking at Cathar, there's not going to be an explosives expert here.
well, that's what I mean. Maybe we should find like
Well,
Can we assume we know about like the equipment that's listed in here? Can we assume is common enough that we've at least heard about it and has a general idea of it?
Depends on the rarity.
Right. Well,
If it's 6 or below, I would say you probably heard something about it.
awesome.
So we're back on the ship?
Yeah.
Sure. I'm gonna see what setup knows about thermal detonators then,
Okay.
because out
You're
of
back on the
character,
ship.
not to metagame or anything, but
gotta do it.
in Return of the Jedi, when Princess Leia, spoilers, like pops out that thermal. Okay, so she's like in the middle of Jabba's chamber, pops out a thermal detonator, and is like, "Oh, I'm going to take you all out with this." And they seem to take that threat seriously. So,
That's more like a grenade, though.
well,
And it has
I'm going to see how
Okay.
how potent that thing is.
Okay. Well, I'm going to get a hold of. When I have some time on, I'm gonna try and hail Jewel and see if she can direct me to a demolitions expert.
Okay. So go ahead and roll Underworld. Knowledge.
How difficult?
2, but you're going to be asking Jewel, so you get a boost die.
Okay. These boost dice never do anything for me.
No,
Boost dice are bad.
they can. They have power.
I have a success and a threat.
Okay. So you're in the cockpit?
Hmm?
Anybody with you?
No, I'm waiting till I'm alone.
When, yeah, I'll be in my bunk singing to
Okay.
myself by this point.
Singing?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Charwayne's probably singing with you. I didn't
Oh
know
yeah,
that.
I forgot he's there. He's probably singing as well.
Unless he's done something else.
Are you teaching him like
Pirate songs?
pirate songs? Yeah, pirate shanties.
Yes.
Space
Black-
shanties.
Black Sun pirate shanties.
Okay. So you held Jewel.
Mm-hmm.
So a little miniature hut appears with one eye as a jewel.
Mm-hmm.
Other eye is very long eyelashes. Kind of dressed up a little as the hut could dress up, I guess. Like a headdress.
Mm-hmm.
Some makeup.
Bikini.
Yeah. Little bikini top. Cinna, you're alive.
You all know me. I'm a survivor.
Have you gotten out of your current situation?
Well, I'm working on it.
That's no good, Cinna.
I would very much like it if you could direct me to a demolitions expert.
What on earth? Why?
I want to eliminate the competition.
There's I'm on my phone now to look up races and stuff. All right. There is a Doros,
Mm-hmm.
and she gives you the coordinates.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just going to steal my phone real quick to look up Doris name generator. Actually, you know what? I can do it on.
Long computer.
No.
Hung low.
No.
Well, I'm writing this down. I don't know this yet.
Why are you writing down hung low?
No, I'm not writing down any of this. I don't know this yet. I'll write it down when I find out.
Hold please. No, this is a female.
Work.
Namomi? Jam.
Jam?
Yes.
Nice.
G-A-M?
J-A-M.
Yeah. Okay, jam.
Yeah.
Namomi jam. You make jam out of Namomi's. It's a special berry that
Sounds
grows.
delicious.
And don't make fun of her name.
Okay, not the her face, of course.
Or her missing limbs.
Are you sure that she's good at what she does?
Yes.
Okay.
Best bombs Anarshada.
Okay. And is she very discreet?
Don't stare.
She's discreet?
Don't stare.
Okay, I won't stare at her. Is she discreet?
Yes.
Okay.
May have a problem because, like, us 3PO unit doesn't do anything but stare.
We'll just turn you sideways.
Yeah.
We're off.
I may have a job lined up. See me soon.
I will. I'll be
She
in
flickers
touch.
out.
Okay.
So, what would be the difficulty on a warfare knowledge roll? I assume would cover the thermal detonator for a rarity 8.
3 difficulty. But make one of those
Are we flipping?
challenge rating red, I guess. Challenge. 1 challenge. 2 purple, 1 challenge.
Right. 2 per 1 challenge. Well, flip her back then, and we'll set up a shredder. Setup will do some heavy research. See what we know about this because.
It's cold.
All right.
I'm sorry. Do you want a blanket?
No, I was cold. Now I'm not. I shook it off.
Senna, is this dice cocked? Is it-
Yeah, it's cocked.
Awesome. Well, looks like we've got a success then. Let's see. But we've got some threats too. In fact, okay. Take those away. So we have 2 successes and 3 threats. So
You know that a thermal detonator could be put on a timer or on a remote trigger. However, thermal detonators are very touchy.
yes. But but setup also knows that it could do the job. One of them can level a building. It says.
You know it can be done, but with the threats, you're not sure. The success rate is very low with your hands. You may want an expert.
But
And
that
don't
could
stare at the expert.
But
I'm
well,
totally gonna stare at the expert.
but so setup will go to the. You're in the cockpit. Is
Mhm.
that, so setup will go into the cockpit and say, Captain, I did a bit of research. Some of our previous discussion triggered something in my memory banks about thermal detonators.
Mm-hmm.
Thermal detonator? What's that?
It's bad news. It is an extremely
listening.
powerful explosive about
You're singing.
about the size of a Coruscant baseball.
Sorry.
Now I'm thinking about thermal detonators.
One of them going off could put a pretty good could take out an entire building. It would likely going off inside of her ship could put a pretty big hole in it.
Mm-hmm.
If it went off while she's gloating over the head, it would probably vaporize her and everything in about a 300-meter radius. So, and it's small enough to be concealed in a cranial cavity.
Mhm.
So now, I'll be honest with you, they're a bit touchy, and I'm not fully confident that I did not find out how to wire one up safely. So, but
I found us a demolitions expert. We are going to go see someone else on our show.
now the bad news here, Captain, is they run about 2,000 credits. They're not cheap,
Well, we will see what we can do.
right? That's setup support. In fact, setup will go ahead and say they have a thermite beradium casing surrounding a beradium core. He's probably not listening to it at that
Yeah,
point.
she's
On
not
detonation, the resulting fusion reaction creates this particle wave that disintegrates everything in the blast radius. As you can imagine, most authorities have banned thermal detonators because of beradium's inherent instability.
My body went over the ocean.
My body went over the sea. bring back my body to me. Very good singing.
Thank you.
Did anyone have any other things they want to discuss while you're en route
No.
about what happened on Dantu Town or?
Just that.
I want to never talk about it again. What do you?
Charwayne does seem a bit distracted. And to himself a little.
I'm slightly mad that there's an assassin out there
It's a
who
lot to process.
shot up the person that we were supposed to shoot. That was my choice.
But
It was my job.
and we have no idea who that person is, do we?
Well, if we find somebody who can leak buildings, that's a suspect. Because Shar said that jumped like,
Sure.
hi, I'm not calling him Sharweed. I feel bad for him.
Setup totally calls him Charweed. Like, but like innocently too, because Setup's mother called it Charweed, or Charweed's
Right.
mother called him Charweed. So Setup just
You would know about
updated
nicknames.
the personnel data files. New unit
Do
designation.
you
Charweed.
attempt nicknames now?
I'm sorry.
Do you attempt nicknames now on the other crewmates?
No, except that Setup has just overwritten the unit designation for Charweed
Okay.
to Charweed because, just as a self-correcting kind of measure. Oh, Charweed. Sorry, I'm wrong about that. Fix that in the data banks. And so, like, totally unironically calls him Charweed.
Do you do an astrogation?
Yeah.
Go ahead and make a check.
Okay.
So it only takes you 2 difficulty.
Can Setup assist in this? And would you like Setup to assist in
If
this?
you assist, she gets a boost die.
Setup. I'm fairly decent in astrogation, so I'll grab a boost. I'll help you.
How do you assist?
Just say you assist.
Okay, a third of the time. A third of the time it's going to be blank.
Thanks for nothing, Setup.
2 successes and 1 advantage.
Okay.
That's because you were over there going, would you like me to assist? While she's like, I've got it figured out.
So you cut down the time travel
Yeah.
by a day. But yeah, a lot did happen.
They don't come up blank every time.
No.
Just for me.
Tazio did show off his Black Sun tattoo last time to his
Yeah.
crewmates.
That's why no one's talking about it.
Yeah.
I'm just going to sing drunkenly whenever I'm required. But at least now I get to roll up my sleeves.
That's also permanently in Setup's personnel database.
Yeah, at least now I get to roll up my sleeves occasionally.
Yeah. Senna got information regarding her father.
Mm-hmm.
And something crazy is going on in Dante Town. Very secretive.
What was that? I don't remember that. I don't remember a secret in Dantu Town.
Okay. That's okay. They'll come up again.
Okay.
So, you go to Narshada.
Mm-hmm. We're going to Narsha. I'll figure out the next location in a little bit.
Oh. Sorry about that. Namomi. So, you land your ship.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a few shops along the way.
Mhm.
There's, you go off to the left, to the right, and then like to a back alley, and then down some stairs is like a door. It's
Mhm.
not marked or anything, but this is where your coordinates send you.
Is there like a special knock or anything?
She can give you one.
I knock.
Yes, what is it?
I heard you were the best demolitionist around.
Who says?
Well, June.
She's like mumbling under her breath about huts and stuff, and you hear the door kind of
Like-
seal.
Like 16 locks. Unlocking.
Door opens up. You see this Doros. She's got one eye.
Mm-hmm.
She has a patch,
Mm-hmm.
and she's got the tip of her nose is missing.
Okay.
She's got a scar right here, like a burn scar. She waves at you,
Mm-hmm.
and she's got 2 missing fingers.
Okay. I'm just gonna assume she's good at what she does.
And she's got a robotic leg.
Okay. That could be by choice. You don't know.
Fashion statement.
It's a fashion statement.
They work for me.
So come, get off the streets.
I move in.
Am I with you on this, Aaron?
Yeah.
I guess so. You
Sure.
want to be on with me on this,
We
Aaron?
can leave Starway at the ship again.
Yeah.
Okay. What can I do for you?
It's not a. I don't know exactly what services you could offer, but we were wondering if you would know the best way.
Explosives.
Yes. To rig a body to explode. A corpse. A dead body. Totally dead.
Already dead.
And it could be done.
Could it be done without making it obvious the body was tampered with?
Sure.
What would that cost us?
Depends on the explosives. And she looks on some shelves, and she's like going through things, and something drops. It looks like an explosive, but she catches it
Mm-hmm.
before it hits the ground.
Mm-hmm.
You guys take a stress or strain. Sorry about that. It happened last time, and that's when I lost these 2
Well,
and my leg.
accidents all happen to all of us.
Sure.
Great.
I-
I'm staring at the walls because I was told not to stare at her.
Likewise.
Are you looking for something with a timer?
Maybe something with a button.
Remote.
Mm-hmm.
She reaches up high as she can. Her like fingertip is touching something, a canister, and then
Setup will offer to help.
she knocks it off.
Oh boy.
Am I catching it?
Sure. I'll
Coordination.
make my awesome 2 agility. Is it coordination?
Coordination.
What difficulty?
2.
Flat, nothing. I fail. Everything's
Anyone else?
I'll catch it at the ground stylishly. I'm worried. This is important.
And
Should
I'm
we
going to
not
go
die?
ahead and take a strain for that.
Okay.
I'm gonna flip one of these so that we don't die.
It's a very small hovel, by the way. Not too much room.
Let's see, 2 successes and 3 advantages.
You catch it, and the lid shakes off, and ground calf like scent fills your nostrils. You guys want some coffee? Some calf? I find it better if I'm wired. I can just work better.
This is amusing to me, so I'm taking that advantage and taking my strain away.
I love a cup of calf.
Done for me, thanks.
Okay. She
I'm
goes to
good.
Bruce. She like takes a canister and she kind of pours it out. It looks like it's explosive material, and she shakes it and she puts the ground coffee in it and starts brewing it with the calf.
Awesome.
It will have its own flavor.
It's got a kick.
I bet you'll make the best kick in the coffee.
I do.
So the body.
Where's the body?
It is on my ship.
Well, I can't work on it.
We will bring it tonight, under cover of darkness.
It
Okay.
is, after all, a corpse. Dragging a corpse along through the city streets is maybe a little conspicuous.
It's Nar Shaddaa. This is a city that never sleeps. The moon that never sleeps.
That's true.
We'll find it.
We said a little was conspicuous, just a little.
While they're enjoying their calf, by the way, Setup is going to look. And while Setup is avoiding
Soap
staring,
and whiskey and that.
Setup is going to look around her hovel
Okay.
and make what I guess a mechanics roll seems to be
To do what?
logical. Setup wants to see if it can suggest a more efficient shelving system. Like, hey, have your most explosive stuff down here at waste level. So
Roll mechanics to figure it out, and then charm to talk her into it.
right, I'll do the mechanics first. I haven't said anything about it yet. So mechanics, I'm good at that. What's my difficulty on this?
2. And she's like trying to now figure
Triumph.
out. Okay.
And stuff.
So you look at this, the way she has everything stored, and all of a sudden it's like you're in your own mind palace, and like
Yeah, totally.
the equations are going around, and you can see things
Yeah, Triumph and
moving
two
things
advantages.
around your head, how it would look.
And I'm going to use the 2 advantages to because I'm in my happy place, being like efficient and robotic.
Okay.
I'm going to soak. How much strain do you soak with an advantage?
1. Or you
One.
could use it to give yourself a boost on your charm roll.
Yeah,
The 2 advantages I get,
yeah.
and then because the Triumph also buys me something cool.
Well, I gave you the cool scene of
Right.
you figured it out. You can
figured-
see it all. You can get it done in like 2 minutes.
Right. So 2 advantages. I could
Give yourself a boost, or you can use the 2 to remove
I
2
will
strain.
give myself a boost on the charm because I will. All right, groovy.
All right, so you're going against her willpower or vigilance. Let's see. So that would be 2 challenge dice.
Assuming she's opposed to it in the first place.
Well, I am kind of coming into her place and telling her what's
Yeah.
what, which is
It starts to go against her.
why I'm doing
Stats.
charm because setup is aware that you don't go in someone's place and tell them what's what, But
2 reds for you.
good rides for me. Well, my charm isn't awful, and I get a boost because of that. I'm still. So I say, pardon me, but was looking around here and I couldn't help noticing blah blah blah. Maybe if a couple of minor adjustments might help you out. Well, those offset themselves. So we are looking at 2 successes and 2 advantages.
Okay.
Yay at boost dice. Boost dice.
Was it blank?
No, it came
Oh.
up to advantages.
Nice.
Oh, we're not gonna ship anymore.
They just don't like me.
My and one of these came up blank, so that's mighty lucky. So
So at first,
anyway, just kind of FYI, up to you.
she's like offended because you suggested things in her house at first, and starts flailing about. What do you mean? I things are on where I know they are, and then she's moving like very frustratingly to her little place and knocking off canisters, but as they hit, you hear emptiness, like dun dun dun, and like the lid rolls off, and then she's like, "I can see your point."
Nice. We can have him do it for you as part of our payment. You don't even have to move anything.
A payment, and then she starts moving, knocks over a few other canisters, gets out some parchment, something to write with. She's very old school, and she's writing with best she can with 3 fingers. Yeah, let's see. You see remote trigger.
Mm-hmm.
What's the range?
We need at least a little distance.
500 meters.
That's ship to ship. That could be adequate.
Yes.
Deflector shields might be an issue. Don't know. This is outside.
Are you saying that's why you're moving things around?
Yeah, the setup's totally helping her.
No, don't move that one.
Puts it
That's
back
my
in.
dad's ashes. It stays there. Almost grabbed that one for the calf. But that would have been a mess.
It's okay, I wasted the light side point on that shit.
Alright. So, with services, getting inside the body or not the body. Inside the body, we're looking at 5,000 credits. Outside, 2,000. But I'll give you special jewel discount. And
Get that.
say
I'm just kidding.
20,000 credits. Oh, I'm just joking. Just never mind me. 1,200 credits.
I have like 900.
I have like 900.
Wanna go halvesies on a corpse?
Yes, let's go have these other corpse. So, each of us take away 6.
I don't. According to my sheet, but I don't know how right this is. It could be pre-right though. But it's old. I haven't spent anything for a while. It says I've got 1740. But that can't be right. I think this is pre.
Well, you had 1,400 because Mariah said you kept half your credits
Right.
from the games that didn't record. So you had
So-
leftover credits from when you started, so that could be right.
It could be right.
I don't see why we wouldn't put the corpse in something we could carry it in and put the explosive in that.
But they may check.
I'm very good at hiding my stuff.
I like it. I like it being inside. They're less like Yeah.
Well, I
Basic.
have 900 credits. So that's my solution for you. Is
I've got 1740, and setup is willing to pony up a fair share.
I cannot speak for Charwayne,
Okay.
unfortunately.
That's fine.
He's on the ship.
He's a,
Fair enough. If we, how much is she asking again?
I think he's broke anyway. He borrowed money for you to buy stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
12. She said 12.
1,200.
Yeah.
So 3 ways is 400.
Done.
Does that get it in the body?
No, that's outside the body.
So
If you have a crate, she can conceal it where it's undetectable on a trigger. For 500 meters.
What if they don't take the crate?
I don't see why they wouldn't. If we put the body in the crate. Or if we put it in something that looks like it's supposed to carry a body, it'll just be pick that up and carry it.
Mm.
The only problem is making sure that it's going to be close enough to her to do enough damage to take her out.
So that will say, plus dead bodies are awfully hard to lug around.
So we get nice box.
We could buy a nice box.
We could get an actual coffin.
You guys.
Okay. Let's go buy a coffin.
Why not?
We're gonna go buy a coffin. We're going coffin shopping.
Good luck!
So we'll have a coffin and we'll have a body to you tonight.
Yeah, just leave it outside the door.
I'm not leaving a body outside the door.
Yeah, whatever.
I'll knock.
We'll knock.
How will I know it's you?
We'll say it's us with a body and you'll know.
Those are good. Those are good words.
Okay. Alright. I'll say you will find a body or a coffin.
Mm-hmm.
It probably cost you... Are you wanting something with being air sealed? It doesn't matter, just cheap.
Yeah.
Is there like one with like lift?
Like hover? Yeah.
A hover coffin.
No, we don't need that.
Yes, but they're more likely to take it if it's hovering, and then it makes it easier for them to carry the body in it
That's a point.
than to take it
That's
out.
a good point. And also the circuitry would probably make the bomb easier to conceal.
So one with hovering capability.
Roll black market contacts.
What would I roll for that?
Oh, sorry. It's black. It's underworld.
Street.
Your street.
Streetwise.
Streetwise.
Okay.
I have Streetwise too if you want.
Can I have another green
Oh, she got 4 greens.
difficulty?
2.
Look at her.
I would want something.
Well, I failed, but I have lots of advantages.
Do you want me to roll Streetwise?
Yeah,
I'm just saying it'll take you.
I'll give you a boost.
Okay. Nar Shaddaa is a really large moon. There's a lot of buildings.
Mm-hmm.
Was it 2?
She
And we're-
wasn't
and we're
kidding
trying-
when she said good luck.
And we're trying to be quiet about it, so.
I have 4 successes.
You find a black market contact.
Mm-hmm.
Who be agree.
Mm-hmm.
Now, what are you looking for exactly?
A hover coffin.
A hover coffin.
And
Of
you
what
know-
quality?
And you know, Captain, I was, we've gained a lot of respect for her,
Mm-hmm.
and it occurred to me that based on that, it might be well to suggest a quality coffin. But then I thought,
I want a coffin that'll shred easy.
well, yes,
I want a coffin that will make ample amounts of shrapnel.
yes,
Right.
and, and
That is what I would like.
as far as she's concerned,
Uh,
this person was just a job to us.
Yes.
She doesn't understand
Yeah.
what we've come to know about her.
And we don't want her to.
And yes, exactly. Any sign of respect of having a particularly decent coffin might put her on her guard. So yes, I like the idea of the hover unit, but other than that, we're talking pine box or
Hovering
space
pine box.
Yes.
Hovering pine box.
I
Maybe-
got a
maybe-
hovering crate that you put a body in.
Okay.
Yeah, it works.
That works.
The $250.
Okay. It's yours. I mean,
Okay.
it's ours. Here's $250. I give her my money. I hand it over. I think I'm almost broke, but that's
60
okay.
setup will contribute 65.
I'll hold on to my couple dollars for now.
All right, so you bring the coffin and the body,
Mm-hmm.
and then within a few hours, it's ready,
Mm-hmm.
and you're ready to make contact with Vadra.
Yeah.
And on that, we'll take a break. We'll come back and deal with Vadra.
Awesome.
See you soon.
I'm wearing my death shirt
Oh my god.
because we're all going to die.
We're in the new millennium.
Welcome back, everyone, for part 2 of this episode. So, what's the plan? You got a body and a lace of explosives. You have a trigger, and you've got. Are you contacting Vadra?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So you held her on the Hollow Messenger.
Yeah.
The Umbara shows up. Same outfit, same creepiness. Ah, Captain. It is good to see you.
You as well, Vadra.
Is that a hard pill to swallow? Were you successful this time, or did you bring further disappointment?
Your problem has been solved. Our real Malice is no more.
And you brought her body, or her head, excuse me.
Yes.
I will send you coordinates.
Mm.
I assume you are nearby?
We are nearby.
On Nar Shaddaa?
Close enough.
I will see you in 2 hours. I will send the coordinates.
We will see you then.
She flickers out.
Should have bought more days while we were there.
So,
Mm-hmm.
now's the time.
Let's go.
Coordinates leads you into a very heavy traffic area
Mm-hmm.
in a marketplace.
Mm-hmm.
Now, there's a place to land nearby. So what do you do?
Where are you going?
Okay.
We can't set off this bomb in this marketplace, though.
I know.
So you have to go through a little bit.
Mm-hmm. With our box.
Yeah. With your box.
That has wings.
That has wings. To create a Red Bull.
Mm-hmm.
Setup will handle the box, navigate. Setup will carry the box, whatever.
So you pass through. There's vendors
Mm-hmm.
crying out to people. There's a lot of people walking. It's kind of the middle of the night, but it's busy. You've got neon lights everywhere.
Nar Shaddaa. The moon that never sleeps.
This isn't exactly the way we wanted it. Alright.
Take home.
Setup will actually. This is a perfect time for setup to say everything's cool.
Well, I have no
and
stress.
make
I don't
a
have any.
average leadership check. And
No one has stress.
no, only I do, and it doesn't affect mine. So
No.
so Setup will just say
Everything's
relax,
cool.
everything's cool. But it's
I feel inspired.
but Setup will say that. Relax, everything's cool.
So there is a to the left. There's an opening.
Mm-hmm.
It's well lit,
Mm-hmm.
and there's traffic going past
Mm-hmm.
the opening to the mouth of this little area.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a little alleyway in the shadows to the side.
Mm-hmm.
And as you approach the time to meet her,
Mm-hmm.
those militiamen come out with their black armor
Mm-hmm.
and there are 6 of them, and they kind of set up a perimeter,
Mm-hmm.
and then she kind of just strolls out like she's almost floating on air
Mm-hmm.
with her little butt cape going across the front of it.
Mm-hmm.
So what do you do?
Well, wheel the box over there and go. We've brought what you have ordered, but perhaps it's best that we show you in not such a visible place.
This place is what I... See, I'm doing the other stuff now. This place has been chosen by me for a reason. I want assurance. She goes over to the crate
Mm-hmm.
and she makes a scan.
Mm-hmm.
I will say with the help, she gets a setback from the expert. Yeah. Nothing setting off the scanner.
Mm-hmm.
She's not acting one way or the other. I need to check the merchandise, if you don't mind.
Mm-hmm. Feel free.
She opens. Do you point which one is the
Mm-hmm.
head area?
Yeah.
She'll open it and she'll look at the body. She'll unravel the claw that was on her face, and then she spits on it.
I know she caused you problems.
Wait, did you leave Charway at the ship again?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yes. Stupid us.
I thank you for your service. And she's kind of looking around, like inside now. Or she starts to.
Mm-hmm. I'll stop her.
You don't stop her?
Mm-mm.
You sure?
They tried to make it look undetectable, so...
Okay. I mean, she's like trying to lift up stuff.
Perhaps it's not best to flaunt what's in here. With so many people around.
Make a charm check.
How difficult?
2.
I'd set up will say, think of the bribes you'll have to pay to the watch if anyone sees anything, and use that as an
The
assist.
watch doesn't care on Narsha.
Well,
It's enough to give you a boost.
They're
I hope.
obligated to kind of care.
Yeah, I mean,
you can get a boost.
Steph has a reason to give you a boost.
Yeah, the boost did something that
I'd see.
time. I have 2 successes and a threat.
Okay.
I will take the threat of stress because I'm worried about her actually finding what's in this box.
Okay.
I think that's fair. That's stressful. We should actually find out we're trying to blow her up.
She sees through past her hate
Mhm.
for this Cathar.
Mm.
Does that make sense? So she closes the lid.
Mm.
And she says, "Thank you again. If I require further services, we will be in contact."
Indeed.
And the men grab the crate
Mhm.
and kind of wheel it off in that alleyway.
Mhm.
And she kind of follows.
Yeah.
Disappears in the shadow.
I'm gonna wait till they're a good distance out of the way. It's like an empty alleyway, right?
Should not. How closely should we follow to make sure she dies?
There are hobbles around, like, it's not just, it's a marketplace, but there are apartment buildings above this area.
Can we kind of stealthily follow her?
Sure. Are you all following?
No. Setup is not built for stealth.
Okay.
Setup. Are you carrying the detonator? Said we'll go back to the ship and warm up the engines. Because
Okay.
we may need to book it out of here. So,
Okay.
With some difficulty.
Wait, I put a tracker on it.
You
Yeah,
did.
we did.
So we'll follow far enough that we can get a reading on the tracker.
Do you have... I guess it'll be on your data pad.
Yeah.
Okay.
you can use setup data pad for that. If you
Everybody
We'll-
has one.
We'll
Okay.
follow close enough that we won't lose them, but far enough that it's hard to see that we're following them.
Okay.
That makes sense.
With the crowd, I would say it's 2 difficulty.
How good are you at stealth?
Because you have to
Three
kind of
range.
ease your way through people and not cause a scene where people will turn back.
Oh, good. I have 3 successes.
I have 1 success.
Okay, so you're stealthful. They walk with it. They stop for a moment. There is a tall, pale woman with white hair.
Mm-hmm.
If you roll a xenology check, I can tell you her species.
Okay. Do you want to both roll?
Well, he's at the ship. So you
I
guys.
can roll. What's the difficulty on it?
I'll say 2.
I failed.
I succeeded. I have 1 success.
I had a bunch of advantages, but I don't care.
You don't know much about them, but you do notice she seems like an Arcanian offshoot,
Arcanian offshoot.
and she's carrying some pretty heavy artillery on her. She looks like she's been through a lot. She looks angry.
Mm-hmm.
You're not close enough to hear the discussion.
Mm-hmm.
However, you see a case, you see there's some kind of device that's pulled out, and then the Arcanian lifts her data pad and she sees something and she nods.
Is there anyone else around besides these people?
There's traffic and stuff.
Were they actually looking at the box and talking to this lady?
The box is kind of like pallbearers. They're like the 6 guys. They're 3 on each side. They haven't moved. They stopped.
Mm-hmm.
Vadra's ahead of them, and they're talking in front of the crate.
Who else is around?
There are several. There's a lot of foot traffic. It's a market area.
Okay. I'm waiting.
There's little kids
Okay. I'm waiting.
going around. But it looks like there was a transaction.
Mm-hmm.
You've seen it before. Somebody transferred credits to an account. And then she walks off.
Or the
The
Vadra?
Arcanian.
Or the...
The Arcanian leaves.
Okay.
And they continue on the path.
With the body?
Yeah.
Okay. We'll continue following.
They go up on a ramp.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of service mechanics and stuff like that. They're heading towards a ship.
Okay.
So the ship is preparing to take off.
Mm-hmm. They put the crate on it and Vadra's on the ship.
The 6 men are moving it onto the docking bay,
Yeah.
and Vadra is stepping that direction. But there's no one up on the platform.
Okay. We'll wait.
Okay.
Are you, Captain? Captain. Why am I whispering on comms? Except we're going calmly. Captain, status report. Shh. Noted. Over and out.
The ship's drives hover up,
Mm-hmm.
and by the distance you're keeping, do you follow them up onto the...
We're within view, but
Are you on the level of the market, using people to hide?
yes, we're hiding. We're waiting for them to get on the ship and take off.
Okay.
Does you need to take off?
Well,
If she's close enough to the box.
The ship currently
Blammo.
is... They've gotten up there. It's about 450 meters.
Okay.
So you have like a brief window.
Yeah.
So the engines spool up,
Mm-hmm.
and they begin to take off.
And how many people are around the ship?
There are 1 or 2 on the platform. But the ship's already in the air.
Okay. I blow it.
Okay.
Like, after it gets up a little, I'll blow it.
Okay. Make a mechanics roll. I know it's so stupid because you're just doing a switch, but just
Mm-hmm.
with 2 difficulty
Mm-hmm.
to make sure this Doran or Doros did the right job
Okay.
and it's not faulty. And
Can setup make that mechanics roll?
you're not there. She's holding the device.
Okay.
You get a.
I'm gonna flip that over.
Yeah.
You put both over?
No, there's only
Oh,
one
okay.
side.
All right.
Okay. I have 2 successes and 2 threats.
Okay. So a moment passes.
Uh-huh.
After you click it, you're like, yes! The moment passes. And then all of a sudden you hear a...
An explosion
Oh, I gotta find it.
An explosion.
You hear... And then the ship rocks, and then it just kind of apart.
Blows apart.
In chunks.
Yeah. And Vadra was on it.
She was on the ship, yeah.
All right, I start running that way
Yeah.
because we got to make sure she's dead.
We have to see where it lands first. Is it, like,
Okay.
completely, like, gone? Like, there's, like, no ship left?
No, I mean... It exploded in... Not like 3 pieces, like the cockpit went this way. It, like, in large chunks.
Mm-hmm.
But in different directions.
Well, we have no idea when she was on this ship.
So we want to just say this is good, or we want to go check it out?
Well, where do you think she would be?
Cockpit.
Okay. Well, let's try to find the cockpit then.
Let's summon our ship?
Let's find the cockpit.
Summon our ship in case they need to shoot at it.
Yes.
Roger. Setup is capable of piloting it under ordinary
And
circumstances.
Charwayne can man the guns in case
Right.
there's a need for that.
Exactly.
All right. Oh no!
I don't know. What happened?
Let's go running towards it and find
How
out.
terrible!
Vadra, are you okay?
Yeah, setup is going to fly, like, not absolutely nap of the earth, because probably not that good, but about 100 feet above the buildings. So,
Okay.
not.
Okay. So we're gonna run towards where the cockpit was.
Okay. Perception checks?
How difficult? Difficulty?
Well, there's burning wreckage, there's people screaming about, so I would say 2. And I'll flip one of these back over and make one of those red.
Okay.
I have 2 successes.
I have 4 successes and 2 threats.
Okay.
The good news is you found her foot in your face.
The good news is that I found where it is. The bad news is that it landed on the orphanage.
You come to the cockpit. Well, what was left of it. And you both
Mm-hmm.
find a very pale arm.
Was she very pale? She was very pale.
I'm borrowing her pale.
And is there anything else in the cockpit? Any other bodies or anything?
There's one of the men
Mm-hmm.
that was with her.
You
Actually,
dead?
and there's another body, another guy.
Okay, they're dead.
Yeah.
I'll take one of their guns finally. Jesus Christ. How long have I been waiting for an extra gun? Is it a nice gun or is it a crap gun?
I'm going to take her arm so I can say that I'm armed and dangerous.
It's a.
So I was so glad it wasn't there.
It's just a light blaster.
Okay.
Is there did it look like another part of the ship was landed anywhere near here?
You can see part of the crate, but the crate's gone.
Mhm.
Sorry, you can see the doors of the crate.
Okay. Let me go look.
They're like shredded,
Mm-hmm.
and there's like shrapnel of the metal casing everywhere. Like one of the guys that was with her
Mm-hmm.
has one like in his neck.
Awesome.
So
You know, if they're
He's dead, right?
yeah,
He's not like half living. Like, fuck you guys.
no, but you guys did roll some threats, didn't you?
Yeah.
So behind you are some shots fired at you.
finally.
Pew 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 pew.
So go ahead and roll
Initiative?
your vigilance.
I have a success and advantage.
3 successes and 4 advantages.
What?
What? Oh, but I take a strain.
Should setup roll this initiative even though it's not in this encounter right now?
If you're piloting the ship, yes. If you're overhead,
Piloting the ship. And it's vigilance, correct?
yes.
An advantage?
So as you guys turn, and I'll get your numbers here in a minute. I really need to make some playlists for this program. Sorry, I'm finding an NPC I can use. Sure. Use 2 of those guys. Alright, so what's your results?
3 successes and 4 advantages.
A success and an advantage.
An advantage. That's all.
You roll theirs.
Insurance.
So they'll go last. And I don't know what Charwayne's is.
You can go after all of us.
Okay, that's fair. So,
What do we see when we turn around?
there are 2 of the guys from the...
But not her.
not her.
Oh my god! What happened?
She's gonna come back with a frickin' mechanical arm.
I found her arm! You guys okay?
Oh, more like she's going to be armless from now on.
Should be mostly armless.
Mostly.
Okay. So,
Mm-hmm.
they have blaster rifles.
Mm-hmm.
So what do you do?
How close are they?
They are medium range.
I'm running to cover in short range,
Okay.
and then I'm shooting. So, with 1 success and 4 advantages, I crit on the guy.
Okay.
He's dead. The end.
No. You're shooting with 1 or 2.
If he's not just gonna die, I'm shooting him with 2.
No. If you're critting on him, is that going to change a crit?
I want to crit on him.
So that's 1 shot?
Yeah.
Alright. I need my dice. 1 second. Is that vicious or anything?
No. And it's only 7 damage. But he gets a crit. Oh, wait, hold on. Yeah, I have something for that. It's plus 10.
Okay. Noted. So, that makes it 87. He has compromised, increasing the difficulty of skill checks. Well, what was the damage?
7.
7. Yeah, you still do it.
But it's harder for him to shoot.
Alright. Alright. And it's harder for him to shoot. Okay. Who's next?
I will go next. I'm going to get in cover, and at the other guy, I'm going to throw Vadra's arm at him.
Roll a ranged attack. Ranged light's fine.
Really?
Yes, I am throwing her arm at him. Difficulty.
It's your medium range,
It's a 2.
so it's 2.
I have a success and 3 advantages. Do I arm crit?
Well, they're wearing armor, so you get a success. I don't know what the damage is on an arm throw.
I don't know.
Probably not enough for a soak.
But
Is it? Do you think it's above 5 damage for an arm throw?
No.
No.
maybe.
Then you didn't go above his. You can't crit.
I can't crit even though I hit them.
It doesn't do enough damage over their soak. You have to hit them and go over their soak in order to crit.
How many advantages do you have?
3.
You could use a couple of them to give him a setback die, like he's all distracted by.
Yeah, you can do
Yeah,
that.
he's definitely distracted by the fact that he got an arm to the face.
Yeah, it's too bad
You
you
got,
threw it though, because
you got gore on his visor.
You were covered. You could have made like Woody in Toy Story. You could have held up her arm and waved it. So everything's fine.
And then
Don't come
I'm
over
going
here.
to give a boost die to Charwayne and shooting.
Okay.
Oh yeah, because he's about to shoot a ship gun at him.
Yeah.
All right. So you're gonna do something.
That's right. I will close. I will use my maneuver, I guess, to fly closer to the location. Do I have a pretty good fix on where these guys are? Like, Captain, where are you? By the cockpit?
Yeah.
There are several different chunks of ship. Captain,
I'm kind of by the cockpit.
right. So setup will fly the thing close to the ship.
Should we just bail?
No survivors.
So I'm bringing up Charlotte's skills. Okay. Okay, I've got Charlene stats. So are you going to do a maneuver? Or an action to give him a boost?
I'm not seeing a lot in the way of maneuvers. That
And it's not much of an open space either.
Are there any opposing forces in the air right now, or are we just looking at what's happening on the ground? All right, so Seb is just going to kind of orbit the immediate area, just
Okay.
kind of circle around, kind of like gunship style, give Charway a chance to focus
Sure.
the guns.
Sure.
So I guess that would just be a fly at speed 1. We don't have to go very fast.
Okay.
And so I guess for actions, I mean, again, it's kind of hard to tell because this is meant to be against ships, but
Well, that's why we're going to use a shipboard cannon to.
I'll scan the enemy. That's what I'll do. I will scan the enemy. It's a 3 difficulty perception check,
Okay.
which is gonna be hard.
So what's scan do? I just give you some information?
On suggestible check, learns well. Let's see, learns what weapons. No, that's not great.
I can give you a soak value if you want. But I already did. So that's kind of pointless.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, I will scan the enemy, and maybe I can also if I get
When I
advantages,
scan the enemy, can you look for?
find where they are
Yeah.
and let them
In case
go.
these aren't
Does it
military.
a roll that you make on that? Is this what it says?
Well, I mean, again, the scan the enemy is intended to be on
Ship.
this sheet.
I
It's
know, a
intended to
ship.
be against another ship.
Yeah.
But I will do a 3 difficulty perception check and
Sure.
see what I come up with.
Okay.
Right? That's interesting.
We should check the other parts of the ship, unfortunately.
All right, we're looking at a success with 2 threats.
Okay.
So, let's see. So I would assume that I successfully determined something about the enemy's location. And maybe there's more. All right.
I know what's going to happen with the threats.
I'm sorry?
You know the armor they're wearing. You can scan it, and it's pretty heavy armor. They have, mechanically speaking, 5 soak, and the weapons are long range. Charwayne will take a shot at one of them, or down
Don't
at
forget I
them.
gave him a boost.
I got it. Okay, so that cancels that out. He has a success with an advantage. What's the damage on the ship guns?
It's 7.
It's 7, but it's ship.
That's ship to ship. Yeah.
Yeah, ship to ship. So ship to ship, everything is times 10. So the ship guns do 6.
Oh, so
But that
60 damage.
equals 60.
Okay,
Yeah. I mean, a ship gun hitting you would turn you into a fine red mist.
so
basically.
he hits one.
It soaks 5. So
He
it's
soaks
only
5, but there's a and where's the other one? There we go. The other one,
Is this the one that he hit or that I hit?
the one that you hit,
Nope.
sees the ship and what happened
Mm-hmm.
as it flies by, and it aims. It's extreme range.
Mm-hmm.
But they have long range, so that's not
Right.
too bad of a disadvantage.
Oh, and he something goes up difficulty. Take this out. Okay, that's better. Shots fired from the rifle.
Don't forget that I.
I did that.
Okay.
But it misses. He does have. No, he doesn't. That all washes out. Okay.
Setup will say, "Hey, Captain, they're shooting at us."
Oh man, Charwing could have got a rifle in this episode.
He's getting a rifle.
He already bought one.
Oh.
He bought one of that padded armor.
I'm getting some armor if we don't blast him up in space, so...
Yeah,
Okay.
I would imagine the guy you hit doesn't. There's not much left of him.
I have to roll difficulty to actually hit this person. Okay. So, 1 success, and again, 4 advantages. So I will take it to both guns go off,
Okay.
which is going to deal 14 damage.
All right.
To the one she's already shot.
Well, hit with an arm.
Hit with an arm. Oh,
Okay.
that's right, you didn't shoot him.
He's still up.
And I now will shoot him.
Okay.
Because I could have critted, but it seems better to just deal extra damage.
I have 1 success and 3 advantages. Wait, what does my gun crit on? Sorry. It crits on 3. I crit.
Yay!
What's the damage?
I do 7 damage and crit.
Okay. And that's plus 10, 20 now, right? No, you didn't do this. Plus 10.
He didn't get hit the first time.
91. He is at the brink. He takes 1 strain each time he performs an action.
Ooh.
And then your turn.
Setup will first say, "Ooh, that had to hurt." Setup will continue to orbit. Setup doesn't like their do this. Setup's not like they're shooting at it at the ship. Spend a lot of time fixing the ship. Will boost shields.
Okay.
So that is a 3 difficulty maintenance check. But Setup's pretty good at that. So wow, that's a lot. Okay, well, a success, and then those offset that. That offsets that, and that a success. I've rolled a lot of threats and a lot of advantages, and they offset each other. So we wind up with a success.
So you boost your. Sorry.
I boost my shield on a successful check. Vehicle suffers 1 system strain and increases the defense of 1 defense zone by 1 until the beginning of the next turn. Additional successes, which I didn't have, increase the duration by 1 round per. So, I can fix that strain. So I will. What are our fronts and backs? Setup will increase the front zone shields. Setup
Okay.
does not want weapons penetrating the cockpit.
Okay. Charwayne's going to take a shot. Uber gun. And unfortunately,
He hits an orphan.
just kidding.
Unfortunately, you hear a mother scream, "Not my baby!
He has 1 miss and 3 threats,
Not my baby!"
which I want to give that over. All right, so
This guy gets a bonus.
yeah, the shots come down and miss him, but you're close to him, so it kind of throws you back a little. Not off your feet or anything, just kind of steps back.
Right.
He's going to get boost. He's going to pull out his vibro knife. And he's going to attack you with that. So that's 3.
I haven't bled on this planet yet.
You're about to.
2. Close range. Takes out his knife and he misses you. And he has 3 advantages. So he comes at you like this.
Does he give me a
You're
setback?
able to like. You're like too far out of the way. Like he's done stumble back
Okay.
too far, and he like comes down too short.
Okay.
It's your turn.
All right. What are you doing with the advantages yet?
That's true. He'll give you a setback die.
Okay.
You hear the as he goes past your face.
Okay. I'm gonna take a step back so that so I can't aim because I'm taking a step back. Whoa, 3 threats. Hold on. I have 3 advantages too. So good. So it all equals out to 1 success so that I can do 7 damage to him.
Okay. So you step back and you pull your gun and
Yeah.
you hit him.
Yep.
His chest. And he falls back.
Yay!
Falls over.
I shoot him just to make sure he's dead.
Somebody comes
Shoot him
up
in the head.
there,
Shoot him in the head.
I shoot him with.
shoots him in the head. Just too quick. There. Alright.
Should probably check the other parts of the ship just to make sure.
Yeah, we have to go check the other part of the ship. Like, but I'm
I-
taking one of these blaster rifles.
That's fine. I can tell you this. The armor's wrecked though.
Yeah, I figured.
I'm gonna
Um,
pick the arm back up and carry it with us.
It's a heavy blaster rifle. It's damage 10, crit 3, range
Vadra, you
long,
lost your arm.
auto fire, and cumbersome 3. I can just give you the card.
Nice. Take a picture of it.
There you go. That works too. Okay. So,
We're going to look at the other parts of the wreckage.
okay.
I'm gonna need a belt.
It's pretty wrecked.
So,
What was else? Was there anything left in the box?
No.
It was just shredded.
I mean, it was ground zero.
It was just there's just blood.
It took the blunt of the explosion.
Yeah.
So, yeah, there's blood. There's
Wow.
nothing left.
There's not like a scrap of fur that we can like scrape up.
Not even a tail.
Not even a tail.
Nope.
Not an ear.
Nope.
Okay.
It's gone. Chunky salsa.
Chunky salsa. We can't take the chunky salsa back.
okay, so we want to check the rest of the ship as quickly as we can, just to.
Mm-hmm. Cursory glance, you see the other 2 men
Mhm.
dead. You see their parts, actually. You see a head.
Mhm.
You see 3 arms.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah.
But we don't
blood.
see any more of
No.
Vadra.
Nope. So we assume she's gonna come back at us with a mechanical arm.
Yeah.
Or not at all. You're so paranoid.
Tazia doesn't see a body, and then there's not a body.
There's an arm.
Yeah.
And chunky salsa.
Well, she won't be the
A lot
first
of
person
blood.
I've disfigured.
If she was like standing over the box gloating, she would have caught
Maybe the blast.
caught it right in the face. Yeah.
So I guess that we'll have to keep an ear out.
Alright.
So we get out of here. We should leave now.
We should get off this planet now.
Yeah.
Let's get out of here.
Considering we just committed an act of terrorism.
So you're back on the ship?
Yeah.
Against.
Did you want to keep her arm
Yes.
here?
Not really. I don't know what to do with it.
Nah,
I throw her arm back in the cockpit.
Back what?
I put it back in the cockpit when we pass by. Yeah, probably heading that way.
Is there a spot nearby? I mean, did the ship plow up enough of a divot that we can set the ship down and let them run on board the?
You probably spot a landing
Mm.
nearby, and you can tell them over the comms.
Let's,
Right.
we hop on. We get out of
Right.
there.
We're gonna do. Seb's gonna like lower the landing ramp in flight and just kind of,
Yeah, we're gonna hop in.
101st Airborne this thing. Just kind of set the ship down, let them run on board.
Okay.
Yeah,
And close
we're getting
it when
out of
you
here.
take off?
Yes.
Okay.
We're-
Do I get to punch it? Can I punch it?
We're gonna get off the planet.
But she's got with the coordinates in first.
Yeah.
I could punch it out of Vatno, though. Well,
Yeah.
Someone's like, did you see that? That guy, like, boom!
Mhm.
That's amazing.
Yeah. I'm going to.
you can paint the silhouette by the gun, but you just have to be really, really small. You know, TIE fighter, headhunter, little bitty man.
I'm gonna set in coordinates for Florum.
Okay, make an astrogation check. Someone's like, wow, you're intact. You're not bleeding.
I know.
That's so
I like this
amazing.
planet.
2, 1.
2. But you're a little under duress, so take a setback die. I mean, you just came out of a fight. Your adrenaline's high.
I have a failure
Uh-oh.
and 2 advantages.
Okay. It takes you a little while. However, you've gotten... I'm just going to replace the failure with a threat. You can do it. It takes some time. But you've got some heat on you from
Yeah.
the local security.
Yeah. Okay. So we're getting out of there.
Yeah. You just going to punch it as soon as you have atmosphere?
As soon as I feel like I have it programmed in where I want to go, yes, I'm going to punch it.
Or are you going to let him punch it? He was excited about punching it.
We can both punch it.
Okay.
Oh, I was punching it just to get us out of Atmo. You know, and I was in the co-pilot seat, so
Yeah, I've got a yellow and 2 green.
You just
if
can't
you
punch
want me
it and
to
not know where
actually-
you're going, though. You can go in
well,
several
not into hyperspace, but I mean, I can like really, really accelerate fast off planet. You know, I mean, get
Yeah.
into basically just get into orbit.
Well, you outrun the ships that are after you. They're nothing compared to the Devil's Gambit.
Awesome.
I was just looking for there it is.
Well, I guess to be fair, if I did punch it, I accelerate to maximum speed and we take one system strain.
Okay.
That was a nice little noise there.
Yeah.
How much strain does the ship have?
Have we taken another one?
Yeah, if I punched it, we just go to max speed all at once, which he totally would do, and so it'd suffer another. No worries. I got that, Captain.
Okay. You're now when you coordinate, you did a jump to
Yeah.
hyperspace now.
So, I didn't even tell them where we're going. We're just going.
Okay.
Can I since she's flying now, can I toddle back to engineering and attempt to relieve the strain on the ship?
Sure.
Mechanics check. Difficulty?
Just one. Go ahead and make a piloting check too.
Alright, it's only fair.
difficulty.
If that other dice was cocked before, that one is, even though it's mostly showing 2 successes. Oh, there you go. That also, so we're looking at 2 successes and an advantage. And because of fine tuning, with a successful roll to reduce system strain, I reduce an additional system strain. So I assume every success is a level of strain I remove. So we're good.
Sure.
Short answer is we're back at 16. Ship's fine.
A success and an advantage.
I reset a few circuit
Okay.
breakers. We're good.
Where's your destination? And what grid?
I
What
am
grid you want now?
not exactly sure. I know what it says on here.
I'm not saying out loud because
It said that it was like. I have not exactly found
you should
it
put a thing in there.
on the map in here. It
Bookmark.
said it was like R6,
Okay.
but I'm not exactly quite sure.
That's pretty accurate on the websites.
I said it was like
Hear that? She's purring like a kitten.
R6.
Wiping all the barn.
He was
and
back there.
kitten.
I should do something for that.
And we are. Narshda is about RS 11, 12.
Okay. I'm just asking if it's close. Are they close to one another?
They're relatively close compared
Okay.
to, some things. It is in grid coordinates R5 and Narshda is S12.
Okay. So after a few minutes, you kind of coming off your high of that fight that happened, and you guys, assumingly destroying Vadra, and getting revenge for Ara, you come out of hyperspace, and right in front of you is a big brown desert planet, like a reddish brown. And Senna's going right towards it.
Can I make an outer room check to try to identify it?
Sure.
What's
red and brown?
What's the difficulty?
2.
Setup will look at a monitor back in engineering and get 2 successes and a threat.
This is the planet Florum.
Florin, did you say?
Florum.
Florum.
Florrum.
Got it.
At this time, Charwayne's joined you in the co-pilot seat. Everyone else is
Is
going
this
in
the
the
name
cockpit.
that I don't remember because I was too busy getting healed?
You were off to the side, I think, getting healed.
Yeah.
So
I
you
was
could
too
do
busy
here. Yeah.
fighting the leather strap
Yeah.
for our backwater emergency healing.
Anyone else going to the cockpit?
Yeah, sure.
Sure, we'll all gather in the cockpit. The engines are fine. We'll all gather in the cockpit.
Hey, Captain,
Mm-hmm.
we're headed right towards this brown planet.
Yep.
What's going on?
Seth will say it's called Florum.
What are we doing on this brown planet?
We're following the lead.
Lead for...
It's a personal. Don't worry.
Alright. I have a new blaster rifle.
That's really cool. I really like your new blaster rifle.
It's shiny and I got it off a dead guy.
I know, I saw.
So you're just flying blindly?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What are you looking for?
Maybe a settlement or something.
Okay. So you get in the atmosphere. In the distance, it would look like there's some sort of complex.
Mm-hmm.
You see it. It's got 2 right triangles going up and like down next to each other, like
Mhm.
spires on top of it.
Yeah.
It's a very round, circular building that you can see in the distance. Charwayne points out, he kind of pauses a second and he goes, there.
Mm-hmm. I head for it.
Okay. You just flying over it?
Yeah. I'll hail, see if there's anyone there.
You're getting like a little chatter, not anything from there, just chatter. It's like dead chatter.
Mm-hmm.
Not like talk chatter, like clicking, like. You're flying over it. You can see that some of the building is underneath sand,
Mm-hmm.
but they're like a plateaued area, like chunks that were carved out. There's like a round. So here's the building, and then there's a round encampment area that's deep into like some plateau. Like it's a plateau, and there's like a carve out. And down here, there used to be like encampment. There's like broken posts where tents were. You're not seeing any people walking around at all.
Does it look like a likely landing spot?
Yeah, you can land either by the entrance. There's that little area doesn't enclose, but there's like a little gate area that would be a fortified position in case you had guards there to let them in. And you can see that the entrance to that building is at the other side of that. There.
Okay. There doesn't look like there's any ships or anything else down there.
Nope. Do you land?
I guess we could at least check it out.
Sure.
Okay. So you land the ship. Oh, that's not what I meant to hit.
Kill the
What
ship.
What are you doing back there?
I'm up here in the cockpit, Captain.
That's what's wrong.
That's what's wrong.
If you don't stay exactly in the engine room, the noise happens.
So you let the lift down. You walk out. There's kind of it's very warm. Like a desert planet. You know, there's a really strong wind coming. There's like some debris in some sand. You press forward into the encampment.
Yes, cautiously.
It feels like a pirate den of some sort.
But there's no.
Yay!
There were like crates that were there and things that don't match like a colony. Things that look like they were stolen and brought here. That just kind of a hodgepodge of different cultures and.
But there's nothing really here. Like there's no. Doesn't look like there is. It doesn't look like it's been deserted for a while.
Yes. And the door is open to the facility. Do you go in?
Yeah.
Do you guys follow?
Absolutely.
Okay.
I take it we left Charwayne on the ship though.
Sure. So it's a massive facility we go in. But going to the main corridor leads you to a larger room, and then to the right, you see that there were like a prison. There were the attainment area over here. Instead of bars, of course, there's like force fields that go up, but they're not up. There's like two that are flickering. Do you go in there?
Sure.
Okay.
Oh, the dead bodies behind there.
There are a couple dead bodies and the ones that are flickering.
Sorry.
Bad way to go.
Set up as you step into the main room. Okay, it's like a command room. There's consoles there. They're kind of dusty.
Do they have power?
Oh, do you go and do anything?
Setup will attempt a computer's check to interface with the system.
Okay, go ahead, and I'll tell you what you find. Set up.
Okay, difficulty?
2.
No success, but an advantage.
Okay. Something about this terminal feels familiar to you.
Do you want to give me a boost die and I'll try it?
Sure. Wait a minute, does one advantage give a boost? I don't think it does.
Yes.
Yeah.
It does? Okay.
It's one advantage to give a boost to someone else. It's 2 to give yourself one.
Yeah.
Right, gotcha. So, sure.
I mean, I can. Yeah, I've got 1 success and 1 advantage.
Okay, so you power up the facility. The lights come on in the room you're walking inside.
Dead bodies. Ah!
Now, the one to the left you walk in,
Mm-hmm.
it had the one wall was acting as one of the
Mm-hmm.
attainment walls, and there were 3 forceful walls that were up.
Mhm.
You can see the frames, but inside there, next to the wall, is something really familiar to you. It's your father's jacket.
I'm gonna look at it. If there's like any, if the field's up, or is
No,
it down
it's
now?
down. This one's down.
Okay. There's no body or anything, just the jacket.
This jacket.
I'm gonna pick it up and look at it.
When
And
you pick it up,
inspect it for blood and stuff.
a small like little shiv falls out
Mm.
onto the floor, and it's. Do you inspect it?
Yeah.
Okay. There's no blood or anything, but it's dirty.
Uh-huh.
When you look where the jacket was
Mhm.
etched into the wall,
Mm-hmm.
it says, "I will find you."
I'm gonna take the jacket.
Okay.
And what fell out of the pocket?
Just what you assume someone used to etch into the wall.
Okay.
Hard.
Like a prison ship, a
Yeah.
shank.
Like a shank, yeah. Something like a thin metal piece that you could just write
Mhm.
something in.
I'm gonna take the jacket and look around the cell and see if there's anything else.
Okay. There's nothing really aside from the jacket and the letters on the wall.
I'm gonna take the shiv.
Okay.
I'm gonna carve from the wall.
Come at me, bro. No way.
Let me row. I'll be waiting.
Okay. Do you join the others?
Yeah.
Okay. Setup.
Sir.
You have this urge, this itch. These 4 numbers keep rolling around in your head, and you can't get them out. It's 6, 4, 3, 2. And there's a numeric button that lights up like a touch screen on the command post or the command area.
Setup will attempt to enter that code into the touchscreen.
Okay.
You have activated the self-destruct sequence.
Right?
Ship.
You hear. Just kidding.
The cat got alerted.
At this time, and you walk in just as he's
Mhm.
doing this, and you're standing next to him.
Mm-hmm.
A hologram bust appears.
Mm-hmm.
Just the bust, like the
Mhm.
from here up, and he's facing the other way. He turns around, and it's a weak way. He's got like a hat or a helmet on, and he's wearing goggles.
Do I recognize him?
Roll. Is there some pretty? I don't want to be streetwise.
Underworld?
Underworld, yeah, that's fine.
Can I do likewise?
Difficulty?
2.
Would you like a
Yours is going to be higher because you're white. Yeah.
Woof. No, indeed.
Okay.
Although my threats, so nothing. 2 failures.
I have a triumph and with a success, a successful triumph, and a threat.
You know exactly who this is with your triumph.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on. That's what I wrote in the book. I should know this. I'm just getting tired. All right, it is. You can say his name just out of reaction with your triumph.
Hongo?
And he looks directly at Setup, He's like, ha! It's you, my shiny friend. We have unfinished business.
Did you say Handu?
And on that note,
Yeah.
we will end tonight's session.
Yes.
Good night, everyone. Thanks for watching.
See you next time.